when we're talking about angle, postulates, or similarity. So did that make sense, or did I just say a bunch of things that didn't make sense? Basically, the angles that are the same have to be in the same position when you're talking about similarity.
Mm-hmm.
Did that make sense to you, Dorothy? And welcome back. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling a little bit better. I still have my cough. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, you can. Oh, your voice is a little rough there.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. So as I see people writing notes. Can I move to the next page, or are we still writing?
I haven't written notes yet.
You can move.
Hold on.
Okay,
Wait.
I'll wait.
This one or this one?
Well, I just saw people writing notes. So I want to make sure everybody gets a chance to finish, because I used to hate that when I was a teacher.
Hold on, I gotta write notes first. I won't remember that, but.
So all it's saying is if all three angles in a triangle are the same, the triangles are similar. That's all it's saying.
Yeah, I'm done writing my notes. Hey, Evelyn, how are you?
Okay. Now,
Marvelous.
now, because in a triangle, you really only need two angles. So there is a shortcut, because remember when I say sometimes math teachers are a little lazy? There is, and the reason is because all angles have to add up, or all triangles have to add up to 180 degrees. And let me give you an example. I'm just making up numbers here, okay? So let me get to the draw. Let's say this one is 40, and let's say this one is actually, that should be a little bit more than 40. Hold on a minute. I'm making them up, and let's say this is 60, and this is 65. And like I said, I'm just making them up. And so then this is 55, okay? Could someone use a calculator and add those three up and make sure they add it up to 180?
Sure.
Yeah,
So
you
that
got it.
one's
Okay,
60.
yeah. 60, 65. So if this was 60 and this is 65, and that's the only information,
180.
and that was the only information you knew, would you know that this one would have to be 55? Remember that all triangles have to add up to 180. So if I had 65 and 60 and this third angle, they would have to add up to 180, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would add those two together, and I get 125 plus C equals 180. And then I would subtract 125, right? And what would
Yes.
what do I get?
55.
55. It forces this to be 55 because in all triangles, they always have to add up to 180 degrees. So if two angles are the same, the third one is going to have to be the same. Now that's only in triangles and quadrilaterals, that's not true, but in triangles it is. And so that's why with triangles, you can use what's called angle, and you only need two angles. Okay, did I confuse anybody yet?
No.
No, okay. Now, do you see here I have a little star? Angles that are vertical, that like you have scissors or you have an X, the ones that are across are always the same measure. See how both of these are 126? And you see how this one's 54, so this one's 54. The ones that are across from each other in vertical angles always have the same measure. We've talked about that in the past, but some of you are new and some of you have been with me for a while, so some may know it, some may not. Do you see in this case here, do you see any vertical angles?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see that these two are vertical right there? They're across from each other and they made that X.
Mm-hmm.
So we know that angle, that both of these H's, because I have an H right here, both of those have the exact same measure. I may not know what it is, but I do know they're the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, and I know G and T have the same measure because they told us each of them are 61 degrees. So if I were to write a similarity statement, H would go with H. I gotta make a triangle, sorry. Because both of these would be considered H, and H is congruent to itself because they're vertical angles. What is G equal to on that?
T.
G is
T.
equal to T. So then T has to come second because G is 61 and T is 61. So then what would I write for my last letter here?
S.
S.
Yep. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, and this would be the correct similarity statement because I matched all the angles that were equal to each other. Okay. So as long as I know two angles of a triangle are equal, I can assume that they are proportional. There's another one too that you can do, and that one's called side angle side. So when you're looking at sides, you're trying to see if when you make a fraction, do they reduce to the same number? And when I'm talking about making a fraction, I'm talking about the sides that correspond. So here, like here, I have a 61 degrees here and a 61 degrees here, right? In the middle. This one, BC, is longer than AC. And on this one, EF is longer than FG. So BC, this one right here, and I'm going to color code it, so I'm going to make this one purple. BC, this segment here, corresponds to this segment over here. So if I want to check to see if they're similar, I'm going to put 6 over 10. And then over here, I'm going to check the other side and see if these equal. And then I'm going to check 3 over 5. What does 6 over 10 reduce to? Divide. Yeah.
3, 5,
Yes.
3, 5.
Because 6 over 10 both can be reduced, be divided by 2, and that does equal 3/5. So because these sides, the corresponding sides, reduce to the same number, that's called being proportional. So this one and this one are the same. So this means that these two triangles are similar. Okay? Have I lost anybody yet?
Nope.
No.
There's like
Okay.
a super bad storm outside. I'm freaking out. I'm sorry. I'm
No.
trying to focus. Did anyone
I'm
else
a-
see this?
I'm in New Pal, so it's raining, but it hasn't hit us yet.
Oh, it's bad. It's
Is
really
it?
bad. Yeah. The trees are going nuts and my house is surrounded by trees.
Oh, no.
And lightning.
Hmm?
Oh,
I live in
yeah.
New Palestine.
I'm in Greenfield. It's coming.
I am
Okay.
in East Side Indianapolis.
So right here, we're going to do, it says, are the two triangles similar? And on a standardized test, they could say they are similar because, and they could give you a bunch of theorems, and you have to choose the right theorem. They could give you one triangle and a list of other triangles and say which one is similar. There's many different ways to do these on a standardized test. So do you see here how the 30 is on this side here, but it's flipped over here? Do you see how they flipped it?
Yes.
It's not facing the same direction, is it?
Yes. Mhm.
So we have to be careful when we're trying to decide which one are the corresponding sides. So we have 12 and 15, we have 8 and 10. Let's look at the smaller number here. Which one's the smallest side on this triangle? Oh, I can hear it, Evelyn. It's coming my way too, because I'm
Oh.
not too far from Greenfield.
Oh, it's bad.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
it's-
I'm just sitting here listening to you and I keep looking outside. I'm like, oh my God.
Okay. So do you all agree that
Silly. Silly. I'm sorry.
Do you all agree that 8 is the smaller side here?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm not
So-
agree.
Well, not the smallest, the smaller of what's given, Jean.
Okay.
You have 8 and you have 10. You're right, LO is the smallest, but I'm talking about the ones that they gave us numbers.
Okay.
And then over here, which one's the smaller number, 12 or 15?
Well,
15 and 12.
12. So right here, these two would be the two that we would compare and make a fraction because they flipped the triangle around. Because see, the 30 is heading in this direction, where this one, the 30 is heading in the other direction. So I'm going to put 8 over 12. And then I do know then that the other one would be this 10 and this 15, right? Those two would be the corresponding. So now I'm going to put 10 over 15. If these reduce to the same number, then it is similar. If they don't, then they are not similar. So let's look at the first one. What number could go into 8 and 12 equally?
4.
4. So when I divide by 4, somebody said it, you get 2 over,
3.
over 3.
yeah. Now I'm going to look here. On
5.
what number can,
5.
so I'm going to divide by
5
5.
times 2.
2 over 3.
That's
Two over three.
so
2 over 3.
So this one, they are similar, correct? And they are
Yes.
similar because we have a side and a side that are proportional. We have an angle in between, and then we have another side. So this is called side, angle, side. And if I wanted to write the triangle similarity, if I put VLO, and I'm saying it's similar, this little squiggle means similar. What angle is the same as V?
J.
I'm trying to draw.
Y.
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 V is 30 degrees here.
Right.
Y is degrees there, right? Okay,
Yes.
so VL is that shorter side, right?
Yes.
So YR
Yes.
is this one. So L would match up with which angle?
R.
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 Good
C.
job. And then O would match up with C.
C.
And if I had them in incorrect order, they would be considered correct. It has to be the same order. Now, I could have written it, I mean, if I write it LOV, as long as whatever with L, so that would be R, CY, this would be correct too. But it's just that the ones that are the same have to line up. Okay?
Okay.
We good? Okay.
Yes.
Now, now I want to clear so I can go to the next one. Okay. Here they're using side, 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 so I don't have any angles. And you just do the same thing we just did with the sides, but you do it to all three. So in this case, they did 6/12, and that reduces to a half. And they did 5/10, which reduces to a half. And then they did 4 and 8, which reduces to a half. If we want to look at the corresponding, see, the smallest one was what, ST on that side. So these two correspond. That's why 4 and 8 went over each other. The next largest was 5 on this one, and then 10 on this one. That's why those two went over each other. And then the last one was 6 and 12, and that's why those go over each other. And we reduce and figure, we just reduce it and see that they're all the same. Now, if one of these was like 1/3 and the other two was a half, then it would not be similar. For it to be similar, the corresponding sides, when placed over each other, have to reduce to the same fraction. Okay? Okay, let me clear that. Tell me if you don't understand, because I will explain it. I'd rather explain it step by step than wait till the end and somebody said, I didn't understand anything you did.
Okay, say it again. I want to hear or
Okay.
understand better.
Okay, let me go back then.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. So when you're checking for similarity, you put the corresponding sides over each other. So in this case, ST is the smallest side here, and I'm going to put it over PQ because that's the smallest side here. 4/8 is equal to a half. It reduces to a half. The next one, the next largest here is 5, and the next largest here is 10. So I'm going to put 5/10. And that reduces to a half. And then I'm going to look at the largest size, 6 and 12. When I place those over each other, see how that reduces to a half also? So because they all reduce to the same number, they are similar. If they didn't, if one of these was like 1/3 or 1/4, then they would not be similar. But because all three were 1/2, then it is similar. And that's also called the scale factor. We good? Is that better?
Oh, because you put the shapes in together, and so that you did 4/8, and then you did 5/10, and 6/12. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay.
Okay.
Where are you, teenage dog?
Okay, let's try the next one. So now here, one triangle is similar to ABC and one is not. So we're going to check to see which one's similar and which one's not, okay? So if I'm looking at ABC, I always like putting the smaller number over the bigger number just because that's usually the way we do fractions, but you could do the bigger number over the smaller number. It really doesn't matter as long as you are consistent. So if I'm looking at A, B, C, and E, D, F, do you want to do 4 over 6 or 6 over 4? It doesn't matter to me.
4 over 6.
Over 6.
Okay. You're going to put 4 over 6. So we're just checking, I'm checking triangle A, B,
Triangle.
C, and I'm checking to see if they're similar. I don't know if they are, but I'm checking it, seeing if it is similar. So either
EDF.
yeah, EDF. So 6 over 6 is the small. No, we were going to do the opposite way, weren't we? Hold on a minute. We were going to put 4 over 6. Sorry, 4 over 6, and then 6 over 9. They color coded it even for us, which was nice. And then 8 over 12. If you notice, they're facing in different directions. Like it was just flipped. This smaller one was just, you know, it's facing this way with the point going upward, where this one, the point's going, you know, downward. Okay, so now we're going to divide these out or reduce and see if they reduce to the same number. If they do, then they're similar. If they're not, then they're not similar. So 4 and 6, what number can go into 4 and 6?
2.
2. So when I divide both by 2, I get 2/3.
3.
I have 2 over 3. So now what am I going to divide 6/9 by?
3.
3.
And that is 2
Two.
over
3.
2 over 32. And what about 8 and 12?
4.
I'm going to divide those by 4, and that is 2/3.
2, 3.
So all 3 are 2/3. So yes, these two are similar by side, 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 because all 3 sides reduce to 2/3. Did I lose anybody there?
No.
Wendy, you getting this too? I haven't heard from you yet.
Yes, I got it.
You got it? Okay, good, good. Did I hear from Brittany? You there?
Yeah,
Do you like that new computer?
yes, I'm actually on the computer right now.
And okay, good. Are you able to see all this? So now we're going
Yes.
to go ahead and we're going to check A, B, C, and G, J, H, right?
Mhm.
And we're going to see if these are similar. A, B, C, and triangle G, H, J. And we're going to see if those are similar. So 6 over 6 is what? That's just 1. Yeah, that's just 1. What about 9 over 10? Oh, 9 over 10 isn't equal to 9 over 10. I can't reduce that. And let's look at 12 over 14. What is 12 over 14 reduced to? That could be
2
divided by,
divided by 2.
yeah, divide by 2. And this is
6
6 over
by 7.
7. So is this similar?
No.
No, because all these numbers are different. So this one is not similar. These two are similar. Because these two, when I put the corresponding sides over each other, you know, when I taught this in high school, I would call this mama bear, baby bear, mama bear, and papa bear. Because I'd go, the little one's baby bear, and then you'd have mama bear, and then papa bear. And I would say, okay, we're going to do Goldilocks and the 3 Bears today. And they always thought I was goofy, because I am goofy, but it made them listen. So, okay. Are we good?
Yes.
Any questions on this page? Garth, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So, and this is definitely on the test because Evelyn and I were working on a readiness test and we saw similarity on that readiness test. Okay, so
Yeah, on the test.
yeah. So,
Numbers.
and I always try and just do stuff that's on the test. Okay, so
Yeah.
to find missing side lengths, we're going to set up ratios and then we're going to cross multiply. So here we're trying to find x. What side goes with x, do you think?
5-1.
3.5.
2.5.
5.
You think it's a 3.5?
Oh,
Okay.
Those-
'cause-
Hold up.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's heading in the same direction. Yep. So I could do
Oh, yeah.
3.5 over x because
X.
these two match. Now I
Equal.
only need to find one other, one other pair. I don't need both pairs. I just need one other pair. So what number from here do you want to use?
20.
5/5 and 10/5.
You want to do this one and then
Yes.
this one? Okay.
Yes.
Now, you have to be careful when you set these ratios up. See how I went from this first one to the
Mhm.
second one? The first one's on top, the second one's on the bottom. I have to do the same thing when I set it over here. When students make mistakes on this, there's two ways they make mistakes. Either like they will take the top one here and put this in the bottom, but then they'll put this in the bottom and this on top, which makes no sense. Or they miss up on which sides are corresponding. That's where we make mistakes on this. So 5.1 goes in the top and 10.5 on the bottom. Do you all have calculators? I hope.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where did it? There it is.
Okay. So with cross multiplication, you multiply the numbers on the diagonal and you divide by the leftover one here. So you will do 3.5 times 10.5 and press enter. You'll get a number here and then you just divide it by 5.1.
Yes. That's a big number.
244.
7.20.
7.21.
Oh, did we do something wrong? 3.5 times 10.5
7.20.
divided by 5.1. Oh, we must have set something up wrong here. Let's look carefully.
10.2.
3.5 over x. Oh, I think they turned this a little bit. I think this 10.5 actually matches up with the 3.5.
Yeah, it's 3.5.
Yeah, and
Oh,
this
yeah, I see it now.
5.1
The other one is 5.1.
is with the x.
That's how,
So,
yeah.
yeah. Here,
Yeah,
they
Equals.
turned it on us. Yeah, we did it wrong. This one, x actually matches up with
5.1.
5.1 because look at the 3.5 is a little smaller on this side. Here, the 3.5 is the smallest side here. What's the smallest side on this one?
10.5.
10.5. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So it should be this 5.1 over 10.5 equals, and then it would be 3.5. No, am I doing it wrong again? I think I'm doing it wrong again.
Yes.
I'm getting,
Yeah,
I
you are.
am.
Yes.
Hold on a minute. Let me redo this. I need to color code it. Hold on a minute. I'm going to
Hold on.
color code. I'm going to do this like I did with the other triangles. It makes more sense to me. when I do it.
5.1 over x.
5.1 by
Mine
8.
goes with, that one goes with the x. And then,
5.1.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then
5.1 over.
X.
this goes together.
No.
There. Do you see it better? I had to color
Yeah.
it. Yep.
Okay.
So
Five.
5.1 5.1 over x
One.
equals 3.5
5.
over. There we go. Now try it. Use your calculator now and see if we get the right answer.
5.
Nine.
At least I gave you a strategy. If you did this on the test and you didn't find the answer,
Yeah.
relook at your time. What's the
15.3.
answer? Okay, there, that makes more sense.
Divided by 3.
So let's look at this next one. This one is not a triangle, is it? Yeah, this one you would take 5.1 times 10.5. You get your answer and then divide it by 3.5. You always multiply on the diagonal and divide by the leftover number. Okay, so let's color code this one because I don't want to make that same mistake again. So this looks like the longest side here, right? That's the longest. Which one's the longest side on this one?
10.2.
Yeah, 10.2 is the longest. And so, and then this one is the second longest, right?
91.
Yes.
Which would be the X here.
And then the X.
So I just need two sides to compare because they already told me here that the figures are similar and that I need to find X. I'm not having to prove it. I'm just using similarity properties. So do you want to put the smaller number on top of the bigger number or the bigger number on top of the smaller number?
Smaller number.
On top of
Okay.
the big number.
Okay, so now I'm going this way, right? So I have to be careful because if I do 10.2 over 102, what am I going to put 91 on top or X on top?
As on top.
X on top. Because if I started with 10.2 here, X is the one that's with it. And then I'm going to put 91 down here. So in this case, you multiply 10.2 times 91, you get your answer, and then you're going to divide it by 102.
9.1.
1.
So it's
9.1.
9.1.
10.1.
there we go. How are you feeling on that? Yay, nay?
Yes.
A little bit of help.
Yeah, I know. Color coding it really helps. The only bad thing is you can't color code on the test. I think you can highlight though. I think there's a highlight button you can use. I don't know if you can change the colors on them. So I'm gonna, anybody still taking notes on this?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'll wait.
I'm gonna remember that for a little bit.
And these are, you use the same setup if they use the word ratio or proportion in word problems, by the way. If they say two things are proportionate or set up a ratio, you do the same thing with this cross multiplying. Chances are somewhere on the test, you're going to set up two fractions like this. Okay, we good?
Yes.
Everybody?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can move? Okay, I don't want somebody saying, no, don't do that. Or if you did that, I could just redo again. No, I can undo. I can go back if you need it. Okay. So I'm going to let you all try and do number 3, and I'm going to do a poll. Either if you can't see the poll in a minute here, you can try whispering it to me. Just make sure you send it to me and not everybody. But I'm going to put the poll. And you're going to try and do number 3.
Uh,
I'm gonna mute everybody too, so everyone can concentrate, if I can do that. Mute all. So when you are done, just put A, B, C, or D in the poll. I'm gonna get my, oh no, I have a soda, okay. Actually, I'm gonna run to the restroom while you guys are doing that. I got 2 answers. Well, somebody may try to whisper me. Let me see if anybody whispered me. I gotta make this bigger. My eyes can't see it that little. What happened to the font? How can I change this font on this? Oh no, I think I can change it here. Let's see. Oh, the font's so little. Oh, that didn't change it. Okay. Let me try and get the answer first. Okay. Celia, you got the right answer. Maria, you got the right answer. Excellent job. Pat yourselves on the back. You can go ahead and try doing number 4 if you want. Brandy, be careful. Relook at it. You want to try and change that a little bit. May, you got the right answer. I'm going to color code it for you, Evelyn, see if that helps you. So this is the small side, the smallest side. This is the smallest side. And then this is the medium one here, the one in the middle. And this would be the medium one here. And then this is the largest side. Let me get a different color here. This is the largest, and this is the largest. So you'll want red with red, green with green, or purple with purple. Does that help? Yeah, okay. Angelica, great job. Jean, you got the right answer. So you're doing number 2. I haven't gotten to number 2 yet. So give me a chance. Let me do it real quick. Celia and May, you got the right answer for number 4. Great job. And we're still waiting. I still don't have, okay, so Evelyn, did you get a chance to, are you still working it out?
Did you get my answer, Ms. Wagner?
And the font on this one, did you do the poll?
Yes.
Did you, okay. I'm gonna whisper you. Because I can't see who answered what on the poll, and I don't want to say it out loud quite yet, but I'm going to whisper you what the answer is, okay?
Okay, hold on, Ms. Wagner.
Okay. Maria, you got the right answer for number 4. Great job.
What is it? 35.6.
There you go. Good job. You got it right. Go ahead and try and do number 4. Yes, Evelyn, you got it. Good job. So,
Can you
yes.
color code number 4 too?
Oh, you want me to color code number 4? Yeah, I can do that
Yes,
for you.
just do that.
Okay, so the smallest one here, they turned it upside. Let me undo that. I didn't do a good job. So this is the smallest one, and this one's the smallest one, and then this one is a medium one, and then this one is the medium one, and then let me switch colors, and somebody's tweaking something. This goes beep. There we go. Wendy, excellent job. You got them both right. Excellent work. Angelica. Yes, you got them both right, Angelica. Excellent work. Excellent.
Thank you.
And when this is for the first one. Not everybody was doing it. I think it ended up with math. Sometimes it's best just to. Brandy, you got that second one correct. Great job. Brittany, I'm not seeing any answers from you. Okay, and I still am waiting on a few people to do number 4. So a strategy when you're doing these on your own is to look at the sizes and match them up to make your ratios. Like I said, the smallest with the smallest, the medium one with the medium one, the biggest with the biggest. And usually that's will be the way you would do these.
And the extra large.
Right, like this one had extra large because this one had 4 of them.
Miss Donna, I don't see the polling for the number 4.
Oh, everybody started whispering it to me, but I can do the poll if you want, or you can whisper it. Yeah, everybody's just started whispering it, so I didn't put it out there. Sorry.
No,
Yeah, just go ahead and throw it into chat.
I give you my answer, okay.
Okay. I'm trying. Oh, let's see. Is it? Yeah. Craig, how are you doing? I haven't heard from you. Is he there still?
Yeah, he's still there.
He's here, but I didn't hear him. Okay, Evelyn for number, yes, you got the right one for number 4. Great job. Jean, go ahead and holler out. What answer did you get for number 4? Jean,
Number
there?
C.
Yeah, it's C for number 4. It's 2.7. Excellent. Okay, I think everybody got the last one correct. Good work. Garth, are you good with that? Did you get C?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't? So what could you tell me how you, Dorothy, could you tell me how you set your, can you tell me how you set yours up? What did your fraction look like for number 4?
The fraction I did 4 over 12 and 9.3 over 27.9 was that.
Oh, okay. So all you need is one with the full numbers, okay? And then you need the one with that matches with the X. I didn't need to do a different one. So if you used 4 and 12, you didn't need to use the 9.3. Which one is purple? Which one is the smallest one that would go with that X?
8.1.
8.1. Okay, you would set it up like that, and you just multiply 4 and 8.1, press enter, and then divide by 12.
I did the 9.
You found your error? That's good. Okay. Monica, how are you doing on these?
No, I don't understand.
You don't understand it?
No.
No, okay.
I'm going to check. You have the recording?
I'll put the recording up and I'll get
The
something
recording?
from Khan Academy. So do you understand when I say small, medium, and large for each of these triangles? Do you
Yes.
understand when I'm color coding what I'm color coding? What I'm color
Yes,
coding, yeah. What I'm color coding is I'm looking at, like, for number 3, the smallest one on this triangle was 6.7, so I made that green. And then the smallest side here, just by looking at it, you could tell which is the smallest by looking at it, is 26.8, right? Because this side is smaller than these two sides. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so these two are what we call corresponding. So when I make my fraction, I can put 6.7 over 26.8 to try and get this X. Now, X was the medium length. It wasn't the smallest and it wasn't the largest, it's in between. But because I put 6.7 on the top here, I'm going to put 8.9 on the top because that's the medium from this side. And then I'm going to put it over X. And then, do you have a calculator, Monica?
Yes.
Okay, multiply the ones on the diagonal, which means across from each other. Multiply 8.9 and 26.8.
8.
8.9 times 26.8 and press enter or equal and you'll get an answer. And then you take this answer and you divide it by this number over here that wasn't a cross, 6.7.
238.52 divided by
It's 356.
Okay, go ahead and do that. And what answer did you get?
6.7.
It's
35.
35.6.
And that's the correct answer.
Yes.
That's all you're doing is
Okay.
you're matching up your side lengths and you're making fractions, and then you multiply the numbers on the diagonal and you divide by the leftover number. That better?
Okay.
So like over here.
Okay. Yes. I will check later. Yes.
Okay, so like over here, X was the smallest side. 8.1 is the smallest side. So X and 8.1 went together. The next smallest side was 4 and 12. So then I put 4 over 12. And then you just multiply these two numbers, 4 times 8.1. You get that answer and you divide it by 12. You divide it by the leftover one.
Okay. Cool.
Am I good to leave?
Oh yeah, it's 8. Yep, that's it for today.
All right, bye everyone. See you
Bye.
tomorrow.
And Miss Wagner, where can we go? What do? We go on Khan Academy and look up what?
Oh, I'm sorry. I have them. You know what? I couldn't post them. Let me pull up. Do you want to do Khan Academy or IXL? Which one do you prefer? I'll look it up right now. My internet went out. Which one?
IXL.
IXL. So I'm going to stop the screen share just for a minute. Let me pull up IXL really quick.
Bye, Dawn. Thanks so much for your help. I'll see you at 5:30 tomorrow, right?
Yes. But
Bye,
now
guys.
I don't have Adrian tomorrow, so I can meet with you for a half an hour and then I'll do some science. And
That's
then,
okay.
okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Okay, I'm just pulling up IXL, everybody, really quick. Let me go ahead and share.
Okay.
And I gotta log in. Yeah, I was in the middle of making my PowerPoint for today, and my internet went out. And then I had, what did I do wrong? D. Wagner, MS, oh, I forgot a W. There we go. Okay, so we are looking up similar triangles. And it would be this one. Okay, so it would be XED for IXL, and then I'll pull up Khan Academy for you too.
XED.
Yeah, you see it? XED is the code for IXL, and that's for similar triangles where we're trying to find the missing side lengths. Let me pull up Khan Academy.
XE or
Yeah.
XE?
XED. Here, let me
Thank
make this bigger so you can see it. Do you see it? XED
Yes.
right there.
Thank
And
you.
then for Khan Academy, it's solving similar. Is that one it? Let's see. Let me just see the basics. I think you want this one. I think you want the basic. Yep. You want solve similar triangles basic, Dorothy, if you're doing Khan Academy.
Okay.
Okay? But I'll put
Yes,
this all,
teacher, I got it.
I'll put this all on my Google Classroom because I've been keeping that updated. I've been trying at least.
Okay, teacher.
Thank
Did
you,
that,
teacher.
you're welcome. Did that help?
Thank you.
Monica? I don't like anybody feeling like they don't understand. You should have told me you didn't understand. I would have re-explained it to you.
Yeah, because I missed some classes with you.
This
is
was
why.
this was the first day I did this one, so it wouldn't have mattered. And usually if you have a question, a lot of times other people have questions too. And I have a lot of students that only come 2 days a week. So don't feel bad about asking a question, really. Because chances are other people have those questions too.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, I would hate for you to sit there and feel lost for an hour. I don't like that.
No.
Okay. Okay. You have a great evening. And don't forget, you can always ask me questions.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
Okay. Bye, Monica.
Bye.
Thank you, Ms. Dawn. Have a good day.
You
Good night.
too, Angelica. And great job on getting those answers correct.
Oh, thank you. Have a good teacher. Great teacher.
Bye.
Bye. See you tomorrow.
Hey, Jean, are you good?
I'm good. I'm very good. I'm happy to prepare my test from 19th June.
19th of
3
June.
weeks.
Nice.
Yeah.
I gave you a reading assignment. Did you see that in Google Classroom?
Yes.
Yeah, practice that reading. It's about
I did.
maps because the reading assignments I choose also I try and pick ones that also would like help you out with social studies and science on top of that.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, good luck.
Good. Thank you.
Bye.
Ali, bye-bye. See you tomorrow.
Yes. So Megan, you got a big day tomorrow. Is your tummy in butterflies?
Yeah, I'm really excited. We're supposed to get the keys sometime in the next hour, but who knows?